Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Maunama Murayar Kattum Ma Brahmavattu Valan Sivanilai Tavasachida Seri Guru Varan Sirkaiyan Uvahayoruruvan Tannul Uvappavan Kalimuhattan Avanayan Tenpan Munai Etuvome Avanayan Tenpan Murti Appanai Etuvome. Today we are starting Ulladu, Narpadu, Anubandam. As I told you earlier, Muruganatha Swami prompted Bhagavan to compose more and more verses on the truth, the Satporul, the truth, which is called as Ulladu. So as we have seen, on many occasions, Bhagavan was composing very many poems. But it was all scattered, lying here and there. Muruganatha Swami, he came and he started compiling all his poems. So there were 21 poems. So Muruganatha Swami thought it was not in any particular order or no particular flow of thought. So he suggested to Bhagavan, why not you write some poems on this Sadvastu, Ulladu, Ullaporul, so that the sadhaks, the seekers who come in the future, they will be very much benefited. Like Inna Narpadu, Iniyavai Narpadu, like that, Narpadu, 40 verses. So Bhagavan agreed and he started composing one by one. And Muruganatha Swamiji, he started, categorizing it and putting it together. So he said these verses are not fitting into the flow of thought, and he sort of took out almost all of the 21 verses, and whatever Bhagavan has composed, it has been compiled as the Ulladu Narpadu. Then Muruganatha Swami, he thought whatever comes out of Bhagavan is very auspicious. Nothing should be lost. So he started taking out all the other verses. And then he requested Bhagavan again, why can't we make another 40 verse? So then that is how this Anubandam came. So here this Anubandam, see, Ulladu Narpadu is original composition of Bhagavan actually. This Anubandam, some are original, some are translated from some Sanskrit shlokas, from some sort of Yoga Vashishta, like that, even Bhajagovindam, like that, so many other texts Bhagavan has translated into Tamil. So all those things were compiled, and we have got this Anubandam. So it is very, very auspicious, because certain very, very minute, intricate details have been expounded in this text actually. Like what is Sahaja Samadhi and what is Hridayam, those ideas. And how, when Jnani is realized, all the three karmas, how it is all destroyed. Like that, very, very subtle things are explained here. And Bhagavan's Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram, very famous shloka that has been also made into Tamil in this text. So this text has got wonderful. So we will see it one by one. My idea is to take 4 verses per session. That is what is my idea. With that we can complete. See this, here also we have a Mangala shloka, right? Apart from the Mangala shloka we have 40 verses. So totally 41. In the Ulladu Narpadu 42. There were 2 Mangala shlokas, right? Yadan kanne nilayahi irundidum avvulagamellam எதனதெல்லாம் எதனின்று அனைத்துலகும் எழுமோ மற்றிவையாவும் எதன் பொருட்டாம் எதனால் இவ்வையமெல்லாம் எழுந்திடும் இவ்வெல்லாமும் எதுவேயாகும் அதுதானே உளப்பொருளாம் சத்தியமாம் அச்சொரூபம் அகத்தில் வைப்பாம். Once again. எதன் கண்ணே நிலையாகி இருந்திடும் இவ்வுலகமெல்லாம் எதனதெல்லாம் எதனின்றி அனைத்துலகும் எழுமோ மற்றிவையாவும் எதன் பொருட்டாம் எதனால் இவ்வையமெல்லாம் எழுந்திடும் இவ்வெல்லாமும் எதுவேயாகும் அதுதானே உளப்பொருளாம் சத்தியமாம் அச்சொரூபம் அகத்தில் வைப்பாம். It is a little long, so to chant you should know how to go about. Now, எதன் கண்ணே நிலையாகி இருந்திடும் இவ்வுலகமெல்லாம், meaning where the world shines or rests, எதன் கண்ணே நிலையாகி இருந்திடும், where the world exists, meaning in which adharam, in which substratum the world exists. Yadan kanne nilayagi, firmly where it exists, meaning there should be an adhishthanam or a substratum, a canvas in which everything can be drawn. So which is the canvas or which is the adhishthanam or substratum in which the world exists or it remains firmly. நிலையாகி இருந்திடும் இவ்வுலகமெல்லாம். See, we see only the world of names and forms. But here Bhagavan is trying to point out a adharam, a substratum in which the world exists. As we all know, the world exists only when the I thought comes out. I thought arises. And the I thought is always resting or it is always abiding in the heart. So the heart or the Atma, the self, is the adhishthanam, is the substratum in which the world is resting. Yadan kanne, kanne means not this kan. Yadan kanne means in where, in which substratum. நிலையாகி இருந்திடும் இவ்வுலகம் எல்லாம். All these worlds, they remain firmly. Where? So in the self or in the Paramatma Tattvam, all this world remains. Yadana Dellam. And who is all this? Everything belongs to him. Ishavasyam idam sarvam itkinta jagatyam jagat. Tena taktena bunjitaha magridaha kasya sviddanam. This kasya sviddanam is very important. Whose wealth all this? To whom it belongs? All this to whom it belongs? See, today we come and we go. But all this, to whom does it belong? To that Paramatma. All this belongs because in Paramatma's presence, the Maya, it projects all these things. So it all belongs to Paramatma only. So Yadana Della means to whom it belongs. We may say this house belongs to me, this ashram belongs to our trust or to me, whatever. But actually to whom it belongs? Think about it. See, we have not created the Panchabhutas. From the Panchabhutas, all this material also, we have not created. The ore, minerals, we have not created. With that we can build house, we can do this, we can do that. But from where, which source all these have come? So, to whom all these things belong actually? Can we create air? Probably we say we purify air. We first pollute it and then we say purify air. Can we create water? So, Yadana Dellam, to whom all this belongs to? Yetavanasya Mahima, it all is glory. It all belongs to him. So this is the idea. So in him the whole world is existing and it all belongs to him and him alone. That is why we say Swaha Idanna Mama, we say, offering the Ahudi, we say Swaha means what? It all belongs to you. Idanna Mama, not to me, and we offer it. So everything belongs to him. Yadanindri vanithulagam elumo matrivayavum yadan poruttam. Yadanindri anithulagam elumo. Yadanindri. From where all these things are rising? Meaning from the heart. Heart means what? The Paramatma only. So we have seen Mayye vasakalam jhatam mayi sarvam pratishtitam mayi sarvam layam yati. That we have seen in Kaivalya Upanishad. Means from me everything rises. Me means what? The self, the true self. The Atma Swarupam. From there everything rises. And even in the Ashtaka, Pancharatnam we have seen, na? Semmalaye ninpa uttidamai ninre odungidumar. Nityamum naan in Hridayam nadithidavayal undan. Idayam taan endru solliduvaar solrar illaya. So, everything rises from the Paramatma only. So, from where all these things are rising? Yadanindri vanithulagam elumo. Matru ivayavim yadan poruttam. What for this world? See, this is a question, Why God created the world? What for this world? Nobody can answer this question. Because from the highest standpoint, the world is not created by anybody. You yourself create your world and you suffer comfortably in your world. But the question arises, what for this world? What is the purpose of this world? Yadan poruttam. Yadan poruttam means, what? What is the meaning, actual meaning of this line, Yadan poruttam? Actually speaking, all these worldly experiences are given to us only to make us paripakwa. See, we do not know why God created this world. We do not know where we are going. What for all this world? We don't know. But one thing we know, all through our experiences, we gain wisdom. What is the wisdom? The wisdom is, this world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. This is the wisdom. If you have lived a proper dharmic life, remembering the Lord, at the end of your life, this should be the paripakvam in your heart. What is that? this world is Dukkalayam only. Meaning what? Full of sorrows only, miseries only. Yes, there are joys here and there, sprinkled here and there, little bit. Otherwise, we will not be enchanted by this world. When you go to the gambling place, always when you lose, nobody will go there. Sometimes you may win also. That is the carrot given to you. So, I can win also. See, like that, here in this world, there are joys also. But it is there here and there sprinkled. But mostly it is Dukkalayam and Ashashvatam. Ashashvatam means what? Nothing is remaining with us, permanent. Everything is fleeting. Everything is passing away. That which we hold on to ourselves, that will go away. So, we gain Vairagya. Through all these experiences, we gain Vairagya. And what for Vairagya? Then only we turn within and seek the Lord. So, Yadan Porutta means all these things are there to gain experience. What sort of experience? That all this is not worth it, and to give it up, and then to seek the source and to abide in the truth. So, only for the truth's sake, this world is created. Swamiji, what is this? Yadan Poruttam, Adan Poruttam. Yadan Poruttu, Adan. So, for the sake of Paramatma only this is created means what? See, in what sense we have to understand, when we go through this world's experiences and we find that it is full of sorrows and misery, so we gain Vairagya. That is, then only we will turn towards that. See, everything is rosy, everything is goody-goody, and you will be lost in this world always. Is that not so? If you are a very successful businessman, if you are a successful person, and your relationships, everything is beautiful, everything is wonderful. You have a very loyal, very dedicated wife who listens to you, and who have got your son, who is like a Satputran, Sri Rama. And all your workers, employees, they are all very loyal to you, doing their work perfectly. And there is a very good government, no corruption, and every department is working beautifully. Hare Rama, I am so happy. Where is God? Who is God? That bloody God. Let him go to hell. Hare Rama, we will not care for God. We will say, who is God? I am God. Is that not so? And we go for all parties and go and dance and enjoy. Eat, sleep and make merry. What is wrong in it, Swamiji? No. Then we may miss out something wonderful. All these things are in periphery. It's all in periphery. It cannot satisfy our soul. Actually, it cannot satisfy our soul. I tell you, how much ever bhoga you have, how much ever wealth you have got, people you have got, relationships you have got, all this can never satisfy our soul. Because what we are seeking is infinite. Because that is our self. That is our true self is infinite. All these finite things, howsoever added together, can never become infinite. In mathematics also, it is said, how much ever add the finite numbers, it can never become infinite. Infinite is infinite. So we will miss out something great, something wonderful, which is in our own heart. That is why Lord is giving even the terrible experiences. Then only we will give up this world and turn within. So all these experiences are there only for this jiva to give up everything. Sarvam kshanikam kshanikam, sarvam dukkham dukkham. Everything is perishing. See, one thought, everything is perishing. This body which we really take care, beautify and present it wonderfully to the world, it's decaying every day. Every day it is decaying. The mind is changing every moment. The ideas and concepts, the value system, what we believe in, all those things are changing. Our relationships, they are always tumultuous. Sometimes very good, sometimes very bad. Nothing is permanent. So this is how it is. Shanikam, Shanikam. And this is Dukkham. Why? The finitude is Dukkham only. Only the infinite can satisfy us, not the finite. Howsoever name and fame you may gain, you may go to the top, but all those things cannot satisfy you. There is something lacking within. That's the feeling. அப்படியே இந்த எலி கருவ மாதிரி அப்படியே கருவிட்டே இருக்குள்ள. That feeling of that gnawing, that I don't know, this is not what I want, this is not what I want. Something else I want. I don't know what I want, but something else I want. So meaning what? There is something else which is the truth, the thing. Till then the mind will not rest. It will not be satisfied. Sooner or later we have to turn within and find out what it is. And we have to abide there. வருத்தப்பட்டு பாரம் சுமப்பவர்களை என்னிடம் வாருங்கள், இளைப்பாறுதல் தருகிறேன். Jesus Christ. We are all suffering in this world, carrying our own burden. என்னிடம் வாருங்கள். When Jesus Christ says என்னிடம் வாருங்கள், come back to the self. இளைப்பாறுதல் தருகிறேன். There is the இளைப்பாறுதல் there. Only there is rest in the heart. Truly. That is why when we go to sleep we are happy, because there we are resting in the heart, but we don't know we are resting in the heart. But in the samadhi or in the enlightenment, we are aware that the mind is resting peacefully in its swasthanam. Swasthanam means wherever it has to rest, it is resting. So, yadan poruttam, idala edukku keta? For us to gain vairagya. At the end of your life, if you have not gained vairagya, then you have not lived a life at all. 60 வயசு 70 வயசு ஆன பிறகு இன்னும் ஆசை. After 60, 70 years also, if you run out in the world seeking something or other petty things, it means you have not grown gracefully. In our culture, we have to grow gracefully. So slowly they drop everything. That is called vanaprasthi. They drop and then they train themselves for the higher. And then they seek the higher. The highest they seek. So that is life. So yadan porutta means for idan poruttam. These experiences are for what? Idan poruttam. Meaning to gain abidance in the self, to give up this world only, the worldly experiences. And then to turn within, and to abide there. Yadan poruttam. எதனால் இவ்வையம் எல்லாம் எழுந்திடும். எதனால் இவ்வையம் எல்லாம் எழுந்திடும். எதனால்? What is the cause for this world? The cause for this world is Maya or the Shakti. That is what it is said in our scriptures. There is a power, infinite power. It is called as Maya. Ya Masa Maya. That which is not is called as Maya. So that which is not is creating everything. That power is really creating, that is called Ambal. But that power also is not different from the Paramatma. So Achalathil Achatti Odungida Vongum Arunachalam Endarin Padichon இல்லையா நவமணி மாலையில. So that is also inherent in Paramatma. It is Paramatma's power. The power is not separate from Paramatma. See, the ability to talk is my power. So it is not different from me. It is said in our Adi Shankara's commentary, the fire and the heat cannot be separated. Fire and the heat. Like that, the person and the ability to speak cannot be separated. Similarly, the Paramatma, the Brahman and Maya can be separated. It is one only. So because of Maya, this world is created, and Maya is nothing but Lord's power. So in that way, Lord is the cause of the world. Lord means the Parabrahma, Paramatma is the cause of the world, because Parabrahma, Paramatma's inherent potentiality called as Maya creates everything. See, he himself is not creating. He says Sat Swarupam. He is just Adhishthanam. He is just the substratum, Adhishthanam, அதான் சிவன் சிவனேன்னு கிடக்கான். சக்தி தான் ஊழிய கூத்து அப்படி கூத்தாடுறான். பட் அவன் சிவனேன்னு கடக்காட்டி சக்தியே கிடையாது. That is the thing. See? Without him, there is no Shakti. Without fire, there is no heat. Without me, the ability to speak cannot exist just like that. So without Paramatma, the Parabrahma Paramatma, Maya cannot exist. So in that way, in the presence of the Lord or the Parabrahma Paramatma, the Maya creates everything. His inherent potentiality called Maya creates everything. It sustains everything. It destroys everything. See, whenever I go to this Kali temple, I shiver. Kali. And where she stands, on the chest of Shiva. அவன் நெஞ்ச மிதிச்சுட்டு நிற்கிறான். அப்படி அட பாவமே, இப்படியா ஒரு ரோல் மாடலை செட் பண்ணுறது? Already all the ammas are very powerful. Ayyas are pavam. You know what it means? It means in the adhishtanam or in the adharam of the Shiva Tattvam only, Shakti Tattvam can function. That is the idea actually portrayed. And you know what? This idea came to me and I was telling to few devotees, maybe this is the reason they have depicted this way and all. I was myself not sure why it was depicted this way. I was thinking in those lines. And when I read from a great scholar and a great Mahatma, he has also said the same thing. I was so happy. He has said the same thing. That is the adhishtanam in which the power, the Maya is functioning. So, எதனால் இவ்வையம் எல்லாம் எழுந்திடும்? எதனால்? Maya Shaktiinal. And whose Maya Shakti? It is Parabrahma's Maya Shakti. Therefore, that way, Parabrahma is the cause for the world. See, directly you cannot attribute, because Parabrahma Paramatma by himself, he is just the Satvastu. He is just there. For creation, you can attribute only to the Maya Shakti. But the Maya Shakti is Paramatma's Maya Shakti. Inherent potentiality of Paramatma. Therefore, it is said Paramatma is the sole cause of this world. That you should understand clearly. In Vedanta Shastra, it is defined that way only. எதனால் இவ்வையம் எல்லாம் எழுந்திடும்? இவ்வெல்லாமும் எதுவே ஆகும்? Actually, what is all this? எதுவே ஆகும்? Everything is Brahman only. Like we have seen all the ornaments, wherever you touch, you are touching only the gold. It's nothing but the gold. Since our attention is diverted into the shape and the name given to it, we say it is different. This is a bracelet, this is a necklace. This is Ottiyanam, this is that, this you say. Because it has got different shape and different use also. You cannot put the bangle on your nose. You cannot put the bangle on your ears, but some people put also. So, according to the functionalities, the name given is different. But what is it? Apart from gold, what is it? It is nothing but gold. So even the world, when you see it from the standpoint of the name and form, it may be different. But from the standpoint of the Satvastu, this world is nothing but Sadvastu. Nothing but the Ellam Yaduve Ahum. All this is Brahman only. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Everything is covered by that Isha. Whatsoever in the world, everything is covered by Isha. Means what? In the adhishtanam of Isha only, all this is. Therefore, everything is Isha only. See, this central thought is nowhere in any scripture, any religion actually. For other religions, God is somewhere else sitting and I am here suffering. And he is enjoying. See how sadistic. Why God has created me? For his enjoyment. And why am I suffering? He is enjoying. You know? But for us, it is not that way. Everything is God. Everything is God. There is nothing other than God. So this is our religion. Bharadiyar says, Malathai kumbiduvom. Can anybody write like this? You know what is malam? Malam is what they say? Shit, feces. அப்படி அழகா டீசெண்டா சொல்லுங்கம்மா. அதை கும்பிடுவோங்கிறார். Let us worship. Meaning what? Everything is God means everything is God. This is unacceptable. No? For us, a cow is a God. Why? Ambal, Mahalakshmi. For us, monkey is God. Why? Hanumanji. For us, peacock is God. Why? Muruga. Everything. In the eddy, rat runs here and there. Mouse. Oh, Vinayaka, Ganesha. See, that is external symbol. But we believe everything is divine. So, Aduveyahum. Everything is God only. This central idea is nowhere. Except Vedic culture, it is nowhere. For others, this world is created only for their enjoyment. Eat, enjoy. But for us, it is divine. Worship. See, that is a change in attitude. That is why we say Hari Om. We bow down. Namaste. We say hi. We say hi. But we say Namaste. I bow down to you. I respect you. I worship you. Whatever idiot you are. Because there is God in you. You understand? So, ellam aduveyahum, eduveyahum. Adudane ulaporulam. That is the truth. From where the world arises, from where the world exists, and into where the world goes. For which the world is created, for what reason the world is created. Adudane ulaporulam. That is the ulapurul. That which is. Ulapurul means what? That which is. Full stop. Matadala enna? It appears to be, but it is not. But this is Ulapurulam. Satyamam. Why Satyamam? That Ulapurul alone exists in all three periods of time. Past, present and future. It exists in all our three avasthas. Waking, dream and deep sleep. That is why it is Satyavastu. Satyamam. Achorubam. Ahatil Vaipam. Here it is interpreted as that Swarupam, that pure self, that Swarupam, let us meditate on. Ahatil Vaipam. Or Vaipu means Vaipu Nidhi. That is the treasure. Adan treasure. Vaipu. So that treasure which is in our own hearts, that let us contemplate, meditate. Ahatil Vaipam. Ahatil. That is which is in our own heart. That we shall meditate. Or that is the real treasure. Let us treasure that. Ahatil Vaipam. Let us treasure that Swarupam. Because that is the Satyam. And that is the Adhishthanam for everything. Without which nothing can exist. In fact, everything is only this. So that is the truth. So in the first two words, Bhagavan is trying to point out to this Ulapurulam, Satyavastu. By pointing out to the world, this is called Sarastha Lakshana. By pointing out to the known, he is taking us to the unknown. By pointing out to the world, he is taking our attention to the Sadvastu. That is the truth. What is pointed out? The world. From where this world has come. Who has created this world? Where the world is resting? Why the world is created? All these questions are answered. Where the world is resting? In Paramatma only. From where the world has come? From the Paramatma only. For what? For why this world is created? For us to seek Paramatma. To gain Vairagya through all the experiences and to turn within and gain Paramatma. So, who has created it? Paramatma only through his Maya power. And that Paramatma is my own self, true self. And that is the real treasure in our heart. That we shall meditate. Adha Ullapurul. That is the thing. Satyamam. That is the truth. As I told you other day, why should we seek Paramatma? Because that is the truth. Rest of the things are not true. That is the truth. So as seekers, we want only the truth, na? So this is the truth. See, in the world, if you seek truth, what is the truth? Yeah, it is relative truth. But this is absolute truth. Relative truth may change from place to place, from time to time. But this is absolute truth. It will never change. So that is the truth we are seeking. That is the truth which can liberate us. That is the truth which is all bliss. And that is the real treasure. So that is yourself. Tat Tvamasi. That is you. That is you. That is me. He is not sitting somewhere else. He is my own self. See, this is the greatest message from our Upanishads. That Paramatma is not sitting elsewhere somewhere. He is in your own heart. He is your own self. And you are that. So when you turn within and when you abide there, and you can rest peacefully and you enjoy bliss there. And there swells the true love. Because in the vision of oneness only there is true love. When you don't have the vision of oneness, there is no love at all. See, when you see only Bheda, always you cut the world into two. That which I like, which I don't like, which is mine and which is not mine. So, it is only Raga Dvesha. Only when you know it is all one, that is my own self, then there is true love. There is true compassion. So that is the Ulla Purulam. That is Satyavastu. We will read it once again. Yadan kanne nilayahi irundidum avulagamella medanadellam. Yadan kanne nilayahi irundidum avulagamella medanadellam. Yadanindu anaithulagum எழுமோ மற்றிவையாவும் எதன் பொருட்டாம். Yadanindu anaithulagum எழுமோ மற்றிவையாவும் எதன் பொருட்டாம். எதனால் இவ்வையமெல்லாம் எழுந்திடும் இவ்வெல்லாமும் எதுவேயாகும். எதனால் இவ்வையமெல்லாம் எழுந்திடும் இவ்வெல்லாமும் எதுவேயாகும். அதுதானே உளப்பொருளாம் சத்தியமாம் அச்சொரூபம் அகத்தில் வைப்பாம். அதுதானே உளப்பொருளாம் சத்தியமாம் அச்சொரூபம் அகத்தில் வைப்பாம். How beautiful. After defining what is that Sat Swarupam through Mangala Shloka, now this Ulladu Narpadu Anubandam text starts. As I told you, Bhagavan has not composed at one point of time. Different occasions, on the request of different devotees, he has some verses are translated from some text, Sanskrit text, or some are his own original. But all these things are put together, compiled by Muruganatha Swami as Ulladu Narpadu Anubandam. So even the meter is different. For different verses, the meter, the tune, everything is different. You understand? And all the 4-5 verses, the first 4-5 verses, it is in the Venba meter. Like we saw now, the Ulladu Narpadu, it is all in Venba meter. Sattina Kattinal Sarbagalum Sarbagala Sittatin Sarbu Sidayume சித்தச்சார்பு அற்றார் அலைவிலதில் அற்றார் சீவன் முக்தி பெற்றார் அவர் இணக்கம் பேன். சத்தின கத்தினால் சார்பகலும் சார்பகல சித்தத்தின் சார்பு சிதையுமே சித்தச்சார்பு அற்றார் அலைவிலதில் அற்றார் சீவன் முக்தி பெற்றார் அவர் இணக்கம் பேன். See, this is taken out from Bhajagovindam. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. Adi Shankara's Bhajagovindam. He has translated it into Tamil. And when it comes in Tamil, see how beautiful it is. Satyana Kattinal. Satyana Kattinal means what? Inakam. Inakam is association. Satyana Kattinal. When you associate yourself with a Sat. Here, Sat can be interpreted as Satpurushas, the holy men, Mahatmas, Sadhu Sant Log. So, association with the holy people or the Mahatmas, or Satyanakatina means when you abide in the self which is Sat. Satyanakatinal. When you are always in your heart associated with that Sat Porul, with that Sadvastu, Satyanakatinal. What happens? Satyanakatinal Sarbu Akalam. Meaning what? All our dependence or attachment towards the world, slowly it goes one by one. Satsangatve nissangatvam. Nissangatvam means what? Our dependence on the world, the relationships, attachment to the world outside, slowly it drops one by one. So that is why Paramanin Padam Patrarapatrum. Why we need to hold on to the feet of the Lord? Then only we can give up the attachment to the world. Patrarapatrum. If I want all the other patru, all the attachments to go, then I have to hold on to his feet. Patruha patratran patrinai. Apatrai patri vidarku. So why we have to hold on to his feet? In order to give up other patru, other attachment toward the world. So here he is saying the same. Satyanakattinal. When you associate yourself with the Sadpurushas or with the Sadvastu inside, what happens? Sarbu Ahalum, our dependence. Sarbu means dependence. Here our attachment to the world drops off slowly, gradually. Sarbu Ahala, what happens? When the attachment toward the world, when it goes slowly, what happens? Sittatin Sarbu Sidayume. Sittam means what? The Antakarana, Chittam. It is there depending on what? Ajnana. As long as the Ajnana is there, Chittam is there. As long as the Chittam is there, Chinta is there. Chinta means worries, anxieties, fear, all those things are there. As long as there is mind, all these negative, all the positive, all the emotions are there. Is it not so? So, when slowly, when you detach from the world, when you give up all the attachment, the Ajnana is washed away. The Vasanas are burnt away. So, Sittatin Sarbu Ahalume. Satsangatve Nissangatvam. Nissangatve Nirmohatvam. What is moha here? The moha is what? The Vasanas. Or the Ajnana is the root cause of everything. So, Sittatin Sarbu here, Amma, Kanagamma has beautifully she has commented. Sittatin Sarbu means what? Sittatin Ajnanam, Maya Moham Sidaindu Bohum. Sittatin Sarbu Ahalume, Sidayume. So, the attachment is the thing which is keeping this Ajnana intact. When the attachment to the world is dropped. Patru Porulatrar Parandamanam Utruvidum Shanti Tanahave Oindu. We are going to see it in the Devika Lotram. So as long as the mind is attached to the world, the mind will not settle down into the heart. When the mind gives up the world, by itself it will settle down in the heart. So Sittatin Sarbu say, when it settles down in the heart, the Ajnana or the non-apprehension of truth, it ends. Sittatin Sarbu Sidayume. Sittacharbu Atlar Alaivil. Alaivu means what? Alanjite irukkuradhu manasu. Chanchalama irukkuradhu. Chanchalam is called alaivu. Alaivu il. Achalama irukkira. Adil atrar. They merge or they become one with it. Adil Atrar means what? They become one with it. With what? With that Achala Porul. That which is not moving, which is still. Achalam. Still. Alaibil means Achalam. Chalam, Chanchalam. That is Alaiv in Tamil. Alaivil means without Chanchalam. Where is Achalam? Adil Atrar. Alaivil, Adil Atrar means Adil Odunginar. So one who lose themselves in that Achala Vastu. Nirmohatve Nischala Tattvam. Nischalangradha Alaivil sollirukkar. See, the word Nischala is translated as Alaivil. Adil Atrar. And then Avare Sivan Muktar. Sivan Mukti Petrar. So he has gained that Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti means what? Liberated while living in this world. Jivan Mukti Petrar, our inakkam pain. May you seek his company. Inakkam, his company. So when you are associated with a Satpurusha, with a Mahatma, with a Sadhu Sant, then what happens? Their thought that influences your thought process. Slowly you understand the world is not worth it and there is Paramatma, which is the real thing. Then slowly you will give up. Like how long you can play with the toys. When you are a child, you can play with toys. When you are growing up, you have to give it up now. How long we are going to play with these toys in the world? Wealth, power, bhoga, relationships. These are all toys with which we play. After some time, we should feel, now I am growing up, enough is enough. I have something else more important to do. So when you give up slowly, then what happens? Slowly the mind will settle down. When you don't give up the world, mind will never settle down. Because to settle down, you have to turn within and seek the source. But to be running in the world, you have to be extrovert. You have to be chasing something in the world outside. So this is contradictory. By chasing something in the world constantly, you cannot expect to gain abidance in the self. So slowly when you give up the world, the mind settles down into the self. When you settle down the self, all the ajnana, the non-apprehension of the self ends. That is called as Jivan Mukti. Liberated while living. So to gain that Jivan Mukti, we have to associate ourselves again and again with the Jivan Muktas. So, our inakkam pain, Atrar Sivan Mukti, Petrar, Sivan Mukti Petrar. Alaivil Adil Atrar, Sivan Mukti Petrar. Our inakkam, may you seek his company, association, again and again. Pain means may you seek his company again and again. So it's very clear only through the satsanga. Otherwise we may forget, in this mad rush, the heat of rajas, we forget. Again and again we have to remind ourselves, we have come here not for this, playing with these toys. We have come here for the higher purpose, some other wonderful purpose. So we have to seek the higher. So that for reminding us again and again, the satsanga is helpful. Otherwise we may forget. And the mind is maya at play. It creates a lot of obstacles, creates a lot of things where you get enchanted, entrapped. So the satsang, again and again, when we listen, we go deep within. See, it's very scientifically explained, As long as you don't give up the outer, you cannot go within. As long as you're in the outer world only, always the mind is in the state of flux, agitated, confused. Only when it gives it up and goes within, there is peace. And that is total freedom. Then do you mean to say, Swamiji, we should give up all our jobs? All of us should sit in a cave and meditate? Don't do that. You cannot also and need not also. That is not your nature. So wherever you are, whatever you are doing, develop healthy detachment from the world and try to seek more and more. For that, seek the company of the sadhu sant, noble people. One who is abiding in their self, Jivan Muktas. So in the first verse, in the Anubandam, Satsanga's glory is brought out. As explained by Adi Shankara in Bhaja Govindam, 7th verse of Bhaja Govindam. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischaladatvam, nischaladatve jivan mukti. Okay. Then, in the second, third, fourth verse, Bhagavan is explaining how wonderful the association with the sadhus, what it can do to us, why it is very important. So once again, I think these verses are taken from Bhagavatam, I suppose, if I am right. But here Amma has mentioned only from the Vadanul, some Samskrita text. She hasn't mentioned particularly. But I remember reading in Bhagavatam also these ideas. So I suppose so. Anyway, we will read this. It's so beautiful. Next 2-3 verses, it explains the glory of Satsanga. How important it is to associate with the noble people. What all benefits or what all wonderful gains we derive out of it. Sadhuravu Saravulam Sadhalivi Sarattal. Wait. Ulladala Dullavunar Ullado Ullapurul Ullalara Ullatte Ullada Sadhuravu Saravulam. Wait. This is what? Sattina Kattinal Sarbagalum Sarbagala Sadhuravu Saravulam Sadhalivi Sarattal Yedu Paramam Padamingeidumo Odumadu Bodaganal Nurporular Punniyatar Pinnumoru Sadhagattal Saravonadal. You know why this confusion in the tune? Because the first tune is different. The Mangala Shloka, the tune is very different. So since we have been reading that, here also the same tune comes. You know, so this is a different tune. Like our first verse of this text. First verse of this text. Sadhuravu Saravulam Sadhalivi Sarattal Yedu Paramam Padamingeidumo Odumadu Bodaganal Nurporular Punniyatar Pinnumoru Sadhagattal Saravonadal. Sadhuravu Sara. When you seek the company of the sadhu sant, of the Mahatmas, of the Satpurushas, what happens? Sadhu Uravu Sara. When you seek the company, when you associate yourself again and again with sadhus, Ulam Sar Telivisarattal. Ulam Sar. Ulam Sar means what? The mind is now very Ulaham Sar. Means it is always dependent or is running only in the world outside. Now, Ulam Sar means what? Now it turns within. Ulam Char, and then what? Telivisarattal. And you gain Telivu, clarity. And you start discriminating. You start inquiring. See, these all happens. When you associate with the noble people, sadhu sant, what happens? The mind naturally, instead of going out always, at least sometime it will start going within. And not only that, it gains more and more clarity, telivu, and discrimination, power to discriminate between which is real, which is unreal, which is Shashvatam, which is Ashashvatam. Vicharatal, Yedu Paramam Padavi Eidumu, Padamingu Eidumu. And then through the discrimination, through the Vichara, it reaches the highest. Padamam. Paramam Padam. Parama Padam we say na? Paramam Padam. The highest it reaches. That gain, that highest abidance, you will never gain. Odumadu means what? Whatever is spoken of as Bodhaganal. By the preaching, you can hear hundreds of discourses from learned acharyas or panditas. So, Bodhaganal, through those discourses, Nur Porular, you may study so many scriptures by yourself and you may try to understand. Punyatal, you must have done so much of punya, merits, meritorious deeds in your previous lives, in this life also. Pinnumoru sadhakatal, and you have been struggling, doing so much of sadhanas, this and that. But sadhakatal saravanadal, you may not gain that clarity, that abidance through all these things. That which you gain from the sadhu satsanga, you will not gain from any of these. By studying 100 books also, you may not get the clarity. You may be even able to give discourses, but you may not gain that clarity. And you may do lot of dharma karya, punya karya. And lot of other sadhanas, tapashcharya. But all these things cannot give you that gain, which you gain from the company of the good, company of the sadhu sants. They are very pure in their heart. Their very presence can purify us. Please understand. And their thoughts are always for the loka kalyanam, not for the selfish gains. So our mind also will become very selfless. And they are always thinking of the Lord. Their devotion to the Lord inspires us. We also get devoted to the Lord. Unknowingly, we get devoted to the Lord. And when they explain the glory of Paramatma, we get inspired. And when we see them seeking the self intensely, we also would want to seek the self. So, the sadhu sangha is so wonderful. But true sadhus are very rare. Pseudo sadhus are available everywhere. One may be sitting in front of you also. So, but I am very straightforward, because true sadhus, they have given up everything. And they depend only on God. And their only business is to seek the self or to seek the God, nothing else. They don't build ashrams. They don't build temples. They don't give this kind of pravachana and all, waste their time. So they just seek only the truth, the Lord. So அப்படிப்பட்ட சாதுக்கள் ஒன்னும் பேச வேண்டாம் வாயை திறந்து. They need not utter a word. They need not do anything. Their sannidhana visesham is there. Just you go and sit next to them. Your mind will get purified. Your mind will settle down. It quietens by itself. That is the divine presence. That's what devotees have, again and again reported. Whenever you go and sit in the Sannidhanam of Bhagwan, mind by itself will become quiet. When the mind is quiet, the head is clear. Please understand. Only when the mind is agitated, the buddhi is very confused. When the mind is very agitated, the Atma Chaitanyam, which is the real intelligence, cannot function through that confused mind. When the mind is quiet, then the Atma Chaitanyam shines more and more through that intellect, through that mind. So you get more clarity. This is the science behind it. See, through the inner equipment called mind and intellect, the Chittam, mind and intellect, the Atma Chaitanyam reflects. Atma Chaitanyam is the intelligence. That reflects. When the water is muddied, the reflection is always not clear. So similarly, the mind is confused and agitated, the reflection is not clear. When the mind is quiet and still, more and more light reflects the Atma Chaitanyam and more clarity. When there is more clarity, there is more charity in your heart, because you know everything is one. There is more charity. When there is more charity, you need not serve the world. The service happens by itself. Whatever service we are doing now through our egoistic personality is only service of the own ego, not the service of the world. I am telling you. In the name of serving the world, we are only serving our egos. Only when there is less ego or no ego, we can truly serve the world or serve Paramatma. So therefore, when you seek the company of the sadhus, sajjana, all these things will happen naturally. The withdrawal from the world, and then the clarity, and then the discrimination, between what is real, what is unreal, and then abiding in the self. All these things happen naturally. Even 100 books you read, 100 discourses you listen to, or tirtha yatras you may go about, or sadhanas, tapasharya you may do, but you may not gain such clarity and such abidance through all these means. That is what Bhagavan is saying. ஓதுமது போதகனால் நூற்பொருளார் புண்ணியத்தால் பின்னும் ஒரு சாதகத்தால் சார ஒணாதால். Through all these things it is not achieved like it is achieved through the sadhuravu sara, through the association of the good. So you may wonder, Swamiji, we have listened to all these scriptures, why we have to listen again and again? Because in the heat of our activity in the world outside, we forget. First of all, we don't understand clearly the first time or the second time. Even if we understand, we forget quite often. So we may have to remind ourselves again and again. That is why Gurudev says at least 2-3 pages of Gita you study every day, he says. Contemplate. Why? It gives you a lot of inspiration, clarity. I tell you, clarity is Guru's prasada, nothing else. When you gain clarity, you can lead your life beautifully. When there is no clarity, only confusion in the mind, you mess up your life. Clarity is everything. Clarity will not come out of gross intellect. Clarity cannot come out of reading any number of books. Clarity will come out only through proper association with the noble people. And with Shraddha and Bhakti, we should serve them. By serving, we tune ourselves with them. So this is very important. The tuning of the mind with the teacher, with the sadhus is very important. Then only you know how they think, how they look at things, what they do, how they live. Only through tuning it can happen. See, when you come and sit, listen, you go and do your duty, do your things, okay, fine. But when you come and sit and watch, observe, tune yourself, then you know what they think, how they look at the world, and where they stand. What are their value systems? Unconsciously you gain all those things. See, I tell you, we cannot explain this. And I can vouchsafe for this. Because of association of our Swamis, Acharyas and all, we have gained so much. Not more from their teachings, but from their life, their living. See, when I was young, studying in the college and all, I used to visit our Swamiji, associated with him for so many years. So I used to wonder, he lived in a small kutia, very small, thatched. See, even still now it is there in Madurai. Chinmaya Ashram is having that property, Tapovanam, Chinmaya Tapovanam. He was living there as the Acharya then. So he has got only, he was having only 2-3 sets of clothes. And not anything, just a dhoti and angavastra. And some books. And then a pot to drink water. And then he cooks means what? With a stone, with a firewood. He cooks only once. So minimum he keeps. But he's happy always. And he's cheerful. And clarity. Then I started wondering, this Mahatma, he has got nothing with him. Very few things. But he is very happy always. And you see in the world, your relatives, your friends and your everybody, they all everything in the world. They have got a big house, they have got car, they have got people around, and they have got, wife, children, this, that, bank balance, properties. But with all this, they are continuously miserable. There is no malachi illa idayathila. Their heart, there is no cheer in their face. Very always edio pari kodutha madri. See, when you look at the face like this, you get angry. You are Ananda. How can you keep your face like that? So, when you look at them, then you wonder, what is this Mahatma having which these people are not having? And the Vaipu, Agathil Vaipam, that Nidhi, that treasure which he has found himself, within himself, these people have not found. And they have got only chumma, fleeting things. They have something in the world outside which cannot satisfy actually. Unfortunately. That is why, even the richest people in the world, they die a miserable death. When you grow older and older, when you don't have true people to love you and care for you, what is the meaning of having hundreds of maid servants? You don't get true love. People can serve you for your wealth, for your money, but not from their heart. If you don't get true love, how can you enjoy life? If you cannot give out true love, what is the meaning of life? So therefore, this wealth cannot give you all these wonderful things. Therefore, only sadhus association. See, more than anything, we don't appreciate all these things. You know what? More than anything, clarity is important in life. With the clarity comes charity. Charity of heart. When you know the other person also is yourself, then comes the real charity. So, sadhuravana ivlo prayojanam irukku. But you may not gain through other sources. Adhan is saying very particularly, Nur Porular. You may study hundreds of books. Nool means books. Nur Porular means what? You may read through the books. Or hear discourses. Bodhakam means what? Bodhanai. Bodhakanal means what? Discourses you may hear from different sources. Panditas and others. Punyatar. A lot of punya karya you may be doing. And sadhakatar means what? Other sadhanas you may be doing. But you may not gain the clarity and abundance like you gain through the company of the sadhu log. That is the importance. And one more verse we will see today. Sadhukkalavar sahavasam nanninal Edukam inniyamam ellamum Medakka Tandendan marudan tan visabe visiri Kondenna kariyani kuru Sadhukkalavar sahavasam nanninal Edukam inniyamam ellamum Medakka Tandendan marudan tan visave visiri Kondenna kariyani kuru. I am enjoying this Tamil. I am enjoying Bhagavan's words. என்ன அழகா எழுதியிருக்கார் பாருங்க. சாதுக்களாவார் சகவாசம் நன்னினால். When you seek the company of the sadhu sant, then ஏதுக்காம் இந்நியமம் எல்லாம். Then what is the need for all these yama niyamas, all these niyamas, all these spiritual discipline, etc. See, they say na yama and niyama and all they say na. See, yama means you should not tell lies, satyam, ahimsa, brahmacharyam, asteyam, aparigraham, all this. You should not steal. Niyamas means what? Every day you have to worship Lord, you should take bath, keep yourself clean, shaucham, santosham, manatripti. You understand? And Ishvara pranidhanam. All these things comes under niyamas. So when you seek the company and when you are associated with the sadhu, when you are living in his presence, he says there is no need for all these niyamas. Viveka vairagya, shat sampatti, mumukshutvam chaitina, shat sampatti desena. Dhamma, sama, dhamma, uparati, titiksha, shraddha, sama. These are all mentioned by niyama, one word niyama. Dhamma means what? Mind control. Sorry, dhamma means sense control. Shama means mind control. Uparati means withdrawal of the senses. Shraddha, ditiksha, sahiputanme, just to accept and tolerate things. Shraddha means faith. Samadhana means keeping the mind in balanced state. So all these things are called as niyamas. But here it says, when you seek the company and when you live alongside the sadhu, all these niyamas are useless. Why? He is giving a beautiful example. What he is saying, Medaka Tan endru Marudam Tan Visa. Tanna Kulchya. The cool breeze. Marudam means breeze. When there is a cool breeze, sort of when it's giving you so much of joy, that cool breeze, what is the use of visiri? The fan, the hand fan which you use, When you are sweating in the hot sun, in Tiruvannamalai in April, May, you come and live here. You will know what it is. And the light also goes, fan also goes, power also goes. So then you need visiri. All these niyamas are required. When the marudam, manda marudam, when the cool breeze, when it is just flowing, when it is just talartifying you, when it is really, giving you so much of joy, what is the use of the kai visiri? Like that, when you are associated with the Mahatma, when you are enjoying his company, the bliss of his company, what is the use of all these niyamas? This is very true. This is very true. Because all these niyamas are for the purification of the mind. Chitta Shuddhi. That is gained naturally through the association with the Mahatma. Chitta Shuddhi is gained naturally. With all efforts, we gain Chitta Shuddhi through all these methods, these niyamas. Every day morning, get up, take bath, and sit for japa dhyana, and study scriptures, and go to temple, worship the Lord, and tapasya vratam, every ekadashi vratam, this vratam, that vratam, all those vratam, all those niyamas, everything is for what? Chitta Shuddhi. But that Chitta Shuddhi is gained spontaneously when you are living alongside the Mahatma, when you are associating with the Mahatma. You cannot compare, because the true Mahatma, he is full of love and compassion, and he showers all love, and his state of mind is somewhere else, that purity. So naturally you also catch all those things without your knowing. That is the beauty of it. Without even your knowing, without you are aware of it, you gain all those things. Chitta Shuddhi you gain. What else you need? Paniya pavamahalum. When you bow down, when you become humble, more and more humble, more and more you uplift yourself. So when you are in the company of sadhu, what is your attitude? Humility is your attitude. If you have true faith, true shraddha and bhakti towards that Mahatma, you are always humble and respectful. Humility is there naturally. You listen carefully. You try to imbibe those values. And his presence, his influence, you cannot express, you cannot explain. The influence. Ademari Dushsangam also is so dangerous. The influence it can have on you, I tell you, my God. Even you without knowing yourself,
Same way.
Yeah, same. Dushanga. Your mind will be dragged. And when your buddhi becomes, pervert or, this thing twisted, turned, then life becomes twisted and turned. Buddhi should be always clear and tuned properly. Then only the life will be wonderful. So this is what is a sadhu's sangha. In another next verse also he is going to talk the same. Beautiful. And fourth and fifth also about the glory of sadhu satsanga. We will stop here. Om Purnamadha Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So today, late morning, that is 11:15 to 12, we are starting Ashtakam, Arunachala Ashtakam, the 8 verses on Arunachala, right? And as usual, evening 7 to 8, we are having Bhagavad Gita Saram. Okay, please tune in. It's all going to be very exciting, very inspiring. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan has culled out and he has given it out as Saram, essence of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, thank you. Hari Om.